I'm Miriam Spritzer. It's such a pleasure to see you again. I've been enjoying so much these moments rewatching Unstoppable and like hearing more about how you develop the world. And one thing that I love that you've been talking about is the diet and the training. So my first question is, what was your first guilty pleasure as soon as you wrapped filming?
A burger from McDonald's. Not the best, but yeah, I was craving that. I don't know why. And also just a tequila shot, because I cut alcohol too. That's the thing about the diet. It's one thing to eat, but you have to cut certain things off, sugar and alcohol and all that. So I was craving it so bad. But honestly, by the time we finished, I didn't want it. Like my body had gotten rid of it. I was so slim that if I even had it, I felt nasty. But now I'm back to normal. Balanced out, yeah.
So you, in your acting, you had to do a lot of very scary things. You had to argue with Don Cheadle, with Bobby Cannavale, see very intense scenes with Jennifer Lopez, and actually learn how to wrestle from Anthony Robles.
Yeah.
So what was the most intimidating, or at least scary, of this?
The whole thing, besides everything. I think the wrestling part. I think the wrestling, because, you know, there's a large community out there that respects wrestling and loves it, and not everybody understands it and knows it. So not only is it for the wrestling community, but it's for the world who doesn't get it. So I wanted to make sure that it was real and authentic. The last thing I wanted is going on TikTok and seeing people like, hey, this guy looks so stupid wrestling, it doesn't look real. And so getting with Anthony 5 days a week, 8 months, 2 hours a day, kind of helped me just find a confidence, you know, a certain confidence to get it done.
Anthony, you know, when we keep seeing him now speaking in public a lot, in Brazil we were not very familiar with his story, and very little wrestling as well.
Yeah.
But we fall in love with him. He has this charisma, and you portray this so well as well.
Thank
we
you.
fall in love with you acting in the character.
Yeah.
What were the things you wanted to make sure you got right, knowing that he was right there, you know?
It was that part, his charm, you know, the way he lights up a room. A lot of people who know him, they know him as a wrestler. And when you see him wrestle, he's not so nice, you know. He's very aggressive and mean on the mat, and that's what makes him a winner and a champion. But when you get to know him and you speak to him, you're like, how are you the same wrestler on the mat? He's so sweet and he lights up the room. And so I wanted the world to see that. When we think of a wrestler, we don't think of that. So I wanted to make sure people see Anthony Robles, because once you get to know him, wrestling is the last thing you care about. You care about his heart and who he is, you know?
Now, I can't leave this room without asking about your desire to learn jiu-jitsu, because as you know, it is a Brazilian audience.
It is a Brazilian.
So how did that idea come?
Through wrestling. So, you know, you can't just go to wrestling class. You have to do a camp. So I want to just go to class. And so Brazilian jiu-jitsu, that's what Anthony was like, because there's some wrestling in that, right? That's a lot of wrestling. So
it's a mix of,
it's
I
a
don't
mix
know
of
very
stuff,
much,
but it's a mix of
yeah.
it. And because I learned wrestling, like, you know, I'll be good.
You're ready for it,
I'm ready for it, yeah.
Then, you know, I have to, as the Brazilian ambassador of entertainment, basically, I have to come to Brazil. We'll wait for you there.
That's actually my dream. I've been wanting to go to Brazil for a while.
Amazing.
So.
Well, then come.
I'll be there.
Wait.
I'll see you there.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.